The drop. The ship didn't land. It ejected them. 43 beings from across the galaxy tumbled from the belly of the Sovereign Ark and crashed into a dense, alien jungle. The planet had no name, only a designation: Trial World 7. The atmosphere was breathable. The temperature was survivable. Everything else was trying to kill you. Marcus Webb hit the ground rolling, tearing through a carpet of violet moss before slamming into a tree trunk the color of old bone. He lay there for a moment, staring up at a bruised, amber sky split by 2 moons. A holographic cube materialized inches from his face. A smooth voice filled the air. "Welcome to the Galactic Survival Competition. All technology is prohibited. Devices, tools, synthetic materials, and energy weapons have been remotely disabled. Duration, 30 days. Last survivor receives full citizenship in the Galactic Union. Good luck." The cube vanished. Around him, the jungle erupted with the sounds of chaos: alien screams, crashing bodies, frantic clicking and hissing in a dozen languages. Marcus stood slowly, brushed violet moss from his jacket, and looked down at his empty hands. 30 days, he thought. No tech. He almost smiled. Day 1, Fire. Marcus had been a historical reenactor back on Earth. Not the glamorous kind, the obsessive kind. He'd spent weekends in forests, starting fires with flint and friction, building shelters from bark, foraging for edible plants. His friends had called it a pointless hobby. He called it Tuesday. By midday on day 1, while 3 alien competitors died drinking from a luminescent river, and 2 others were chased up trees by something with far too many legs, Marcus had already scouted his location. He found a dry riverbed, a cluster of large rocks forming a natural windbreak, and a fallen tree with punky, dry wood at its core. He carved a small depression in a flat piece of wood, gathered dry moss and bark shavings into a nest, and began spinning a wooden drill between his palms. 20 minutes later, a coal glowed. He blew it gently into flame. Nearby, a reptilian competitor named Grix, 7 feet tall, scaled, and technologically dependent his entire life, stared at the fire with enormous yellow eyes. "How?" Grix rasped in broken universal. "Friction," Marcus said simply. "Wood against wood. Heat. Oxygen. Fuel." Grix sat down beside the fire without asking. Marcus didn't turn him away. Day 2, Clean Water. By morning of day 2, 3 more competitors had fallen ill. The luminescent river, it turned out, carried a microscopic parasite that bored through stomach lining. Painful. Fatal within a week. Marcus had not touched the river. Instead, he'd spent the previous evening building a simple distillation system. 2 clay pots, formed from mud near the dry riverbed and hardened in the fire, connected by a hollow reed. Water boiled in the first pot, steam traveled through the reed, condensed in the cooler second pot. Clean water dripped steadily by dawn. A small crowd had gathered. An insected being with 6 delicate arms crouched nearby, watching with enormous compound eyes. A gray, amphibious creature with translucent skin sat further back, trembling. Even Grix had brought 2 other reptilians. Marcus filled a clay cup and handed it to the insected first. "It's safe," he said. The insected drank. Clicked softly in what Marcus chose to interpret as gratitude. Day 3, Soap. Infection was the silent killer. Marcus knew it. Cuts from alien vegetation were everywhere, on his arms, his competitor's limbs, Grix's scaled hide. Without antibiotics, infection would claim more lives than the planet's predators. He needed soap. He rendered fat from an animal Grix had caught, a slow, docile creature that resembled a 6-legged boar. He mixed the rendered fat with wood ash in a clay pot, added water, and stirred it slowly over low heat for hours. By nightfall on day 3, he had crude lye soap. Grix watched him wash a deep cut on his own forearm with it, then wordlessly extended a wounded leg. Marcus cleaned it carefully. The reptilian said nothing, but his yellow eyes held something unfamiliar. Respect, perhaps? That night, 9 beings sat around Marcus's fire. Different species. Different languages. All watching the flames. The jungle was dark and enormous, and full of things that wanted them dead. But the fire was warm. The water was clean. The soap was crude but real. Marcus looked around at the unlikely circle of survivors and felt something settle quietly in his chest. Day 3, he thought. 27 to go. He fed another branch into the fire.